Hey guys, what's up, and I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to fix up your carbon fiber frame, whether it's delaminated or completely broken, by using only these three materials, which is common tape, sellotape, Fevikwik or CA, whatever you have available to you, and a bench vise. This, or any sort of vise for that matter of fact, a vise is necessary. So a few days back, I got my hands on the TBS Tango 2, and I thought, you know what, let's go fly and review it. I went there and then this happened.
Look at that. Aha, the ND filter's gone. Shit.
Yeah, so as you can see, my quad basically just got an uppercut. I lost my ND8 filter and my GoPro took a really big hit. I thought that was it. Boy, was I wrong. After returning home, I left the quad unattended for a day, and the next day when I wanted to go out flying again and test out the TBS Tango 2, I saw this. I had somehow managed to mangle the entire front side of the base plate. This frame is the Faka 210, which is sold by Get TBS or Anubis RC for a limited amount of time, and then it was discontinued. Getting spares for this frame is next to impossible, and I really wanted to fix it because, trust me, this frame is one of the best frames I've ever flown. So naturally, I fixed it, but this time I decided I'd make a video for you guys so you guys can fix your broken frames as well. Now before we start fixing the frame, we need to figure out what exactly is broken on the frame. The easy way of doing this is going to be by following these steps. 1. You're going to visually check the entire damaged area for finding out what exactly is the problem. Is your frame entirely broken, or is there some sort of delamination, or what exactly is the problem in that area? Once you do that, you also need to figure out what else in the frame might be broken. You never know, you might have broken something at the back as well, or maybe your arms or something like that might have broken as well. So you do a full visual check around of the entire drone apart from the area which is the most affected, just to figure out what exactly is broken and what exactly does not need fixing. Here I noticed that my base plate had suffered a huge uppercut. It had such a big impact that there were delaminations throughout the front part of the base plate. Seeing only delaminations came as a little bit of a relief because all I had to do was clean up the layers in between, put a little bit of Fevikwik, clamp it down, and it would be done. The next step for me was to strip down the entire quad. My base plate was affected and the base plate basically holds everything on it. So my arms, my top plate, my flight controller, everything had to be gutted out of the quad and kept aside. And as I was stripping down my quad, I noticed this.
Oh shit.
I now had a new problem. There was a severed piece of carbon. My initial plan was going to be just to stick the delaminated layers together, but well, that plan wouldn't work anymore. But I just let it all go for that time. I didn't think about it too much. I just stripped the entire quad down to the point where I taken the arms completely off and all I was left with was the base plate. I quickly sprayed IPA or isopropyl alcohol into all the seams of the delaminations that I could find, just so I could get rid of all the gunk that might have been stuck in there. Also a side note, be careful when you're working with carbon or you can end up with splinters like I did in one of my fingers. Once I had the complete bare base plate, I could finally figure out what exactly needed to be fixed and how exactly I could fix it. This is when I developed a plan for the right approach for me and for my situation. Before I show you guys how exactly I fixed the frame, there's a little bit of prep work that happened beforehand. What I did was I attached a thin layer of cellophane tape on the jaws of my vise here because I did not want any of the CA or the Fevikwik to get stuck to my vise. I started the fix by addressing the smaller issues first, such as a few nicks on the top plate and all sorts of things such as that. Then I went ahead and I started doing the major procedure. So as you can see, working on this small part here, I smushed the entire place with CA to the point where it was dripping completely off Fevikwik or CA. Again, depends on whatever you're using. Then I clamped the vise till I couldn't. I clamped it down all the way basically. Then I waited for an hour to get back to it and see what the result was. And now the complicated part starts. Once these small issues were addressed, the big issue came in. I had to fix this severed piece of carbon and the layers of the delaminated carbon all together in one shot. My vise did not have that much of a contact area or a contact patch, so I had to improvise. I had two protractors that were lying next to me, and I decided, you know what, best way ever is to clamp down the entire surface area using two protractors. I put a layer of sellotape on the side of the protractors that were gonna face the carbon. And then I decided to go ham again with the amount of CA and Fevikwik I was gonna use on the base plate. I then softly attached the part that was severed, and then I clamped the entire thing down as one straight piece. I kept adding CA to a point where I could see the CA dripping off of the carbon. This ensured that all the layers of carbon that were exposed or delaminated completely got the amount of CA that they needed. I left the entire thing for an hour, came back to it, removed the vise, and voila. It was almost 100% fixed. There was a little bit of a bend, but that's about it. The base plate felt quite strong and it was quite sturdy, so I was pretty happy with the results I got. I did a little bit of a stress test on the severed piece of carbon, and I was quite happy with the results, so I just continued forward with it. So now all that was left was to put the drone back together. This is a very good time for you to see if any of your connections on the drone is either fatigued, worn out, or something like that, and replace it. If you guys enjoyed this video, do hit the like button, which is right there, and also the subscribe button if you haven't. If you want to end up on my sticker wall, that's weird. If you want to send stickers for my sticker wall, you can hit me up on my Instagram, which is @rati.fpv. I'll be linking that somewhere down below. And you know what? I'll see you guys in a bit.